Welcome to Week 3 podcast. Hey, Rob. How's it going, Rob?
Who's that? What? It's going great, Sam. No technical difficulties on my end.
No, it's all good here. Week 3 so far. Let's just jump right into it. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. Conference 1. Hey, look at on the Earth Division. Rob, Gangrene 2-1. Decent score there, Rob. 428 there.
Sure.
It's
good enough for now.
Yeah, I mean, Saz is a strong team. 459, but he's sitting at 1-2. It just got some bad matchups, I guess, during those time.
493, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, 493. Right. Bruin Maniacs 2-1, and New Denver 1-2. And then let's look at the Win Division. El Oso Verde, defending champs, 3-0. And his score, shows it. I mean, it's not fluke that he's winning. 521 points. Heart Foundation 2-1. Wolfpack 1-2, and Kells 0-3. And now, And now let's look at the Conference 2 Fire Division. Bagger the Bat and Ninja Assassin and TB12 the Great are both 2-1. Oh, wait. High Rolls are 2-1 too. Sorry, look, see, I read it. So High Rolls are also 2-1. So we're all 2-1 at the Fire Division. The Water Division, Degenerate Bastards are only 2-1, and everybody else is, Sago and the Autumn Wind is 1-2, and Australia LA 0-3. Anything surprise you about this standing so far, Rob?
Straight LA and Kells are extraordinarily unlucky at this point. I mean, we'll get to their latest, heart-wrenching defeat here later, but no, I mean, not really. El Oso Verde is our only 3-0 team. I mean, we made it 3 weeks with everybody else having at least one loss. So hopefully, our 2 resident 0-3 teams will get off the snide here pretty quick. They play good enough to be at least 1-2. I mean, for crying out loud. And if I'm not mistaken, Kel's got more points than me. Nah, 2 less. You're 1-2. It's well deserved. So they're both within 4 points of me. So, and I got 2 more wins. So. Fantasy gods, baby.
All about matchups.
Yeah.
Hey, let's start off with our first matchup. The Gangrene versus the Bagger the Bat. You smoked them. 177 to 110 there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's usually anytime you're playing the Mighty K, it's a big week, for you. So it's but this one was kind of decidedly easy. I had we both kind of matched up with Dalvin Cook, and you had the Cowboys, and other than that, it was pretty easy going on Sunday, to be honest with you. I mean, so I'll take that. And Lamar Jackson coming in, and let's go ahead and point out that Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball deep. Okay, no. So everybody saw that on Sunday, right? And it's interesting player. Jared Goff continues to be a complete crap. Russell Wilson covered up Russell Wilson, huh? That was all garbage time too. That was sweet. And the mighty keep falling though. Let's see, another week T.Y. Hilton goes down after losing Tyreek Hill and Drew Brees. But I think honestly, Drew Brees at this point picking up Russell Wilson, that was an upgrade. So I'll take the 177. About the only thing there is Chargers. Didn't have any good matchups on defense. Didn't want to drop them because I do believe they're playing the Miami Dolphins this week. I think that may be a good start. I don't know. hard to say. So good game today. That was a little bit easier than normal. Me Cole, baby. Me Cole, my soul.
Yeah. So good job on that, Rob. So hey, Breeze is available, guys. All right.
Say who?
Breeze is available. Breeze is available now.
Rush out and get him at 41. While he's on the IR, man. So it's you turn your team around.
Yeah, and Tay's receivers will have better days too. Those are just
let's not pick apart his team. Godwin didn't get any love in that game. That was strange. Mike Evans made up for the entire first 2 weeks there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell the Browns are doing there. Odell doesn't even get a shot in the end zone at the end of that game. That's, but then again, it's the Browns. And, Marquise Brown, that doesn't surprise anybody, right? I mean, he's fast, but again, the quarterback's been playing college teams, and he should. I don't. We'll pile on those guys later. I'm not going to do it in the game where I took out Chase, so because he's too good of a player.
Yeah.
So moving on, Sam.
Moving on, let's talk about my match already: Ninja Assassin versus Bruins Maniacs, and of course.
Please tell me you had Lamar Jackson in this game so I can bag on him. I'm dying to.
No, not
Damn.
I mean, quarterbacks were solid. Defense was solid. Nothing from my running backs. Nothing from my receivers. Of course, left 50 points on the bench. Bruin Maniacs did very well. Lost by 2 points. Adam Thielen got all the targets, while Stephon Diggs nothing. Well, one catch, and then Juju showed up all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, sort of. I mean, it's 23. It's nothing that's didn't shake the fantasy world, but he scored. He got some yards.
I mean, compared for the first 2 weeks. But
yeah, I mean, you were a lot of Patrick Mahomes and the Chicago Bears and a lot of not much else, So I mean, hard to fault you for leaving LaShawn McCoy on the bench. I think I picked up a running back. No one picked up a running back, and of course, LaShawn McCoy was the one that got all the carries. So he went out with an ankle injury again. So who knows on that? That was pretty lively on Sunday morning with the Chiefs running back talk. That was kind of fun. Stephon Diggs, I mean, let's talk about him real quick. Stephon Diggs supposed to be a good fantasy wide receiver, right? A good wide receiver?
He's a good wide receiver. I don't know about fantasy wide receiver, but that guy will catch anything. Yeah. He just needs targets.
Well, yeah. So, but, I mean, to some point, to some extent, that translates to his quality as a wide receiver. It translates to his fantasy back and forth. I mean, he will catch anything. He's made some special plays, but I mean, really, when's the last time you could trust Stephon Diggs to do anything in fantasy football? Yeah. You can't. The answer is you can't. Okay, so it is what it is. Bird Maniacs, that was. I mean, you had him going there, man. I mean, you almost had him at the ending there, but you just. I mean, they were literally needed like one more play, right?
Yeah.
One more turnover, and you get that, and it's just. God, Garoppolo looked bad again. It's
But they're undefeated.
Yeah, but that's so. Yeah, they're undefeated. And Zeke, 16. I mean, Zeke's a 16, 17 kid, man. I mean, if you get 23 out of that guy, you're stoked, right?
Yeah, for Zeke, yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, that's a prime matchup against the Dolphins, and you just know you're walking out of. You're going, God damn, I could get 50 out of this, and you walk out of there with 16. That's a letdown.
Yeah, and both of us having Josh Jacobs is very disappointing because when the Raiders get down big, they abandon the run. You know what I mean? They could, because they have to.
Wait a second. When you said when the Raiders get down big, now the Raiders are down big, dude. I mean, it was, okay, let's do a little Raider bashing here just for 1 second. They were up 10-0 on Kansas City, and all Raider Nation was rocking, and ever since they've gotten beat like 62-14 or something, right? So, but like once teams are like, hey, wait a second, you're the Raiders, shut up. So it was cute for 5 seconds. So Derek Carr continues to be awful, but he didn't play in this game, so we won't talk about him. So anyway, good game for Bruins. That was an exciting game, guys. I mean, that's a tight one.
That was it.
So,
it came down to the very last play, and I was texting you, I was texting everybody else, so it was very exciting for me. I mean, keeping that close.
I'm sure it was exciting for Bernie too. So good for him. He pulled it out. What you got next, Sam?
Yep. Let's go. TB12 the Great versus Savs. Another tight, close one. 158 to 147.
Yeah. TB12 the Great against Savs.
Yeah, and Savs has Lamar Jackson. Rob.
We're going to hop on Lamar Jackson at this point. But first, let's go ahead and point out the TB12. That's a big upset, man. I mean, Savs going up against Savs' ego is, I guarantee you, it's not good right now. He's just I lost to TB12 the Great. No offense to TB12 the Great. Second-year player, senior in high school. No offense, but I mean that's a hard one. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, he's a good running back, right?
Uh, like he said after the second week, not bad for a running back, right? He said that. That's his
That was,
quote. That's his quote.
yeah, well, but he was doing it tongue in cheek here,
Yes,
and it's
yes.
and I mean, at some point, you got to get a little bit back on this because it's all the media talked about for 2 weeks. And I mean, everybody that has a brain was going, dude, have you seen the Arizona? I mean, this was the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins, right? And, Kansas City secondary is not exactly great. The funny thing about that game is he gets away, and don't tell me these are great passes either. These are just, oh my God, I'm going into the ground. I'm going to throw the ball up in the air, and Kansas City just continues to not be able to intercept passes. You're just like, what are you doing? And just sure, not to mention, what is the point of having replay for pass interference if you're not ever going to change the pass interference call? Because dude, it was a 2-hand push off on the goal line. I mean,
has a pass interference review been reversed or called before, Rob, this season? I don't think so, huh? I mean,
they challenge them all the time, and they're just like, "What's the point?" I mean, it's a 2-handed push off. If that's not offensive pass interference, it's this is all. I have no idea. It's pointless. The roughing is bad on the field, and it's bad in New York, and it's just bad, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. We should talk about this game. Keenan Allen, baby, 44 points. Nice him to join the party. And how about C-Mac, man? He's just right back. They put broken down Cam, on the side, on the bench, and C-Mac decides he's a player again, right?
Yeah, 41 points. Jeez.
The two guys right there, C-Mac and Keenan Allen, two guys I like to watch play football, I mean, they're just some guys you just kind of watch and you go, God, these guys are good. Buffalo Bills was a real nice pickup for him, too. It's probably the difference in that game. On the other side, not a lot of love going around. They match, Keenan Allen going two ways. DeAndre Hopkins, that's a little odd at 6. I mean, it seemed like Sean Watson was moving the ball around there, but nobody was getting any stats. So, and as Savs pointed out, and you're well aware, Calvin Ridley, I mean, dude, is this guy playing right now? It's hard to tell, right?
Yeah, I mean, he'll catch him. I'm just ragging on Matt Ryan. I mean, he hasn't looked good either, but,
No, I know, but
yeah.
It's tough. That's a tough loss, I mean, if you just get 50 yards out of Calvin Ridley, I mean, you're doing something there. So
yeah,
it's and again, I mean, 160 gets done for Patrick. It's very top heavy out of those two guys. James Conner, man, that's a problem. He fumbled that ball late, and man, dude, that I mean, I was reading that stuff the next day. That was a team that was not very happy about that fumble, So they got problems there in Pittsburgh. Anyway, good game, Patrick.
Yeah, and he's injured, right? I think he's out now. Connor?
I don't know. Who cares? Right.
Moving on. Let's go to High Roller versus New Denver. Another low-scoring game, 111 to 109.
It is 11 points over the 100 point threshold, so I guess we got to talk a little bit about it.
Sure, we'll talk a little about it. Deshaun Watson. Who the hell did he throw it to if it wasn't for DeAndre Hopkins?
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Where are all the points from Deshaun Watson coming from? I mean, we know they're there, obviously, but it's, good game, man.
Yeah.
Saquon. Oh, the agony. The agony of Saquon, dude.
First pick overall.
That's tough, man. Plus, not to mention the best run he's made all year was on crutches across the field to give Daniel Jones a hug at the end of that game, right?
Oh man, where's my rim shot? There we go. Kind of late.
Michael Thomas, man. Hey, I made that one up all on my own too. I don't know why I'm not getting paid. Saquon, this was a Saquon game, right? And nothing happened. So. I'd say High Rollers needed a win. New Denver, I'm in his division. He needed a loss. I'm for it, man. So I got to play him this week. That's a tough game, It's Deshaun or bust, baby. Buffalo Bills, that team, that's interesting. They're playing the New England Patriots on Sunday. I'm thinking that the Buffalo Bills will not be started in that game, but who knows? So we'll see how they are, though. The Patriots are actually going to play an NFL team this weekend.
And what do you think about Aaron Rodgers' performance this year? Yeah, they're undefeated. Is it because he got a better defense now? He doesn't have to play catch up, and so he doesn't have to put up these big numbers.
Dude, I've been talking about Aaron Rodgers for like 4 years. I mean, Aaron usually gets the stats, but I mean, the NFL has narratives. They tell you Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is not the best quarterback in the NFL, nor has he been in like 5 years. He may have had 1 or 2 years where you can make that argument.
Sure.
Aaron Rodgers is, I don't know. I mean, it's always, well, he doesn't have a running game. He doesn't have an offensive line. He seems like he's got all these things. So maybe the problem is, it's just, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. He misses passes, dude. I'm not that big of a fan. He doesn't excite me like some of these guys excite you. He never has. Like I said, Aaron Rodgers will get Aaron's stats. He will call his number on the goal line, but he's not even in those now. So he looks like the same quarterback he has for like the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, really, when's the last time they've been challenging for the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs in the last 3 or 4 years, like you said.
Yeah, he's a name. I mean, again, start showing me some stats, and I'll start talking, about Aaron Rodgers being great. I mean, he's got guys out there to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
He's got the running backs, he's got the line, he's got everything, he's got the coach. It's just he's just not that exciting right now.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, we've had to hear about a town north of Milwaukee for like the last 25 years of our lives. Okay, I mean, it's okay, We don't all have to love Green Bay every day of our lives, okay? It's all right. Let them move on.
Who hurt you, Rob? Who hurt you? Huh?
Who hurt me?
Who hurt you, huh? All right. So congrats, High Rollers. 111 on a win. Hey, I'll take that any day,
Hell yeah. Any day of the week.
Let's go to the next matchup. Also Verde versus the Autumn Wind. Oh, high-scoring game, 186 to 156. 156 would have beat most people.
Yeah. Autumn Wind's got a good team. He really does.
He does.
I mean, when the hell's Gurley going to start showing back up again? I remember I told the Baldus brothers he was hurt last year, and they laughed in my face, And so, I mean, I keep waiting to get that retraction, because I again will say that, Todd Gurley is hurt, and I think it's a permanent deal. Oh, and it did turn out in the offseason he's got an arthritic knee situation, which, isn't going to get better. But that being said, dear Lord, he shouldn't be putting up 43 yards in games against, admittedly a pretty decent Cleveland Browns defense, right?
No.
I don't know. I mean, what's his name? Dion says, though, he puts it on Jared Goff, and he goes, and looks to him like Gurley's hitting the holes, doing what he's supposed to, albeit quite a bit slower than he did in the past. But Goff, he didn't play in this game, so let's not talk about him. Your man Matt Ryan, dude, 31 points, 70 points out of the quarterbacks. That should be that's a good base, right? Get some Thielen, get some Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's just not enough, man.
Yeah, gosh, you hate to get 156 and lose. Jeez.
Yeah, and no, we've all been there a million times. I mean, and this is El Silverde who's keeping it close right now with his wonderful defensive pickups here. So it's another -4 out of him. I think he's running about -16 on defense so far this year. But obviously, we're nitpicking there. Clearly, Patrick Mahomes has not regressed. In fact, is it me or Sam, or does Patrick Mahomes look actually better than he ever did last season?
Now, come on. Last season, he had, 2 more touchdowns after game 3 now. So,
that was a little that was a little bouncing around in the pocket, taking the league by storm, and he wasn't playing these Jacksonville Jaguars and Baltimore Ravens defenses. Right now, he's just pocket passing and just eating teams alive, and it's also without his number 1 wide receiver. So,
and
Mahomes is the...
I love his attitude. He wanted to go for it. He wanted to, because he wants to go. I mean, because I was watching that game, and you can see when he got upset when the coach decides, oh, let's punt, So I was like, oh man, it's fun. No, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's Andy Reid when Andy Reid was choking on his clock management again in that game. Yeah, no, it's normal. Really though, how about Mark Ingram? Lord Almighty, I mean,
that's why Lamar Jackson didn't get all those points, because he had a running back. Lamar Jackson didn't have to be a running back.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long you can last Mark Ingram like that, but it's like ride the train right now as long as you can because, it's in Derrick Henry, doing all right up
He
there.
sounds right. Yeah, that's all right. Decent.
Yeah. I mean, rolling right along. It's hard for me to imagine these guys are going to keep it at that level, but if they do, then he's going to be right along. He does have Antonio Brown down there, a wide receiver. I mean, he's convinced that he's going somewhere, and I'm like, he's going to hell, son. So it's he ain't going anywhere this year. Next year, different story, but we'll see. So
all right, yeah. So congrats to also staying undefeated.
He's a beast right now.
Let's go to our next matchup: Straight LA versus the Hart Foundation. I think this is the high scorer of the week, 202.
Whew.
Oh my gosh.
Holy crap, man! It's kind of funny. It's like Cody was giving me shit because I said he was a 2-win team last week, and I guess he gave me his 2 wins already, and not to mention he put up a total of 202. So that's just kind of eerie. I mean, that's like shut up, commish. You couldn't have played that better. 202.
Didn't you and I made fun of Winston and Mike? I mean, just the Tampa Bay overall, and now they blew up. They decided to play. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's apparent. I didn't even see that, man. I mean, seriously, he was giving me crap on that 2 wins. And he comes in with 202. That tickles me, man. Yeah, monster, straight LA, dude. This guy has got no luck right now, man.
Gosh, 162.
No luck.
I just saw that too.
Oh my God. The whole team except for Galladay does well, and he comes out of there with a loss, man. I mean, it's just. Look at this, James, 37, 41, 57, both sides out of Mike Evans. You get your best week you're going to get out of Mike Evans all year, and you're playing against him. It's just, sometimes the schedule's just like that. We didn't draw it up like that. That's insane, dude. It's a hard foundation. And so I think he might be a 3-win team now. I don't know. I'm going out on a limb here, Sam. What do you think?
Oh, Hart Foundation is a 3-win team? What are you talking about?
Let's see if we can put up 303 next week. The gauntlet is thrown down, Cody. Bring it on. Straight LA, I swear to God, you'll keep it going, dude. He could just as easily be 2-1, man. It's no question.
That's crazy.
I mean,
is he the bad beat? Is that the bad week so far? 162, Rob?
Yeah, but it ain't gonna hold.
It ain't gonna hold. Someone's gonna lose with 200, right, Rob? Someone's gonna lose with 200.
Yeah. What hey, I'll take I don't even remember what it is, $75 or whatever it is. So, God, man. I mean, that's 2 weeks though. He's still reeling from Julio Jones running a 50-yard screen pass in on him last week. So that's God.
Okay, let's go to our next matchup. I don't know if we'll talk about this. Wolfpack versus Degenerate Bastard, 75 to 111. Todd, what are you doing, Todd?
Well, we got to go there a little bit. We got a 111, and so it qualifies. Well, Chris Carson got -1. Dak Prescott got 30, and Kyler Murray got drafted, which I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that there isn't better out there than Kyler Murray at this point on both sides of it, but I don't know. He's looking a little overwhelmed out there at this point. What's funny about it, he actually shows some moments, where he looks decent, but then he's just like,
right. Moments, yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, you're right. He does sort of like you said, moments, but not, nothing spectacular. But yeah, hey, 111 still won. That's all right.
I mean, Carolina didn't have any problem taking it to him. Yeah, no. Hey, again, I'll take a win with like 43 points, and I'll be like, that's the cheapest win ever. And you're like, yeah, you only got but I'll tell you what, that's a win. That's so a win. It is what it is because I've lost with 200 before. So, Wolfpack.
Like my man Vin Diesel said in Fast and the Furious, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning, and then the crowd cheers. Yay! Anyways, so yes,
Wolfpack, man, dude, this might be your 2-win team. This thing's rough right now. He's got a couple guys that can go off in a week. It's just he kind of needs everybody there to go off at the same time, and I don't know. I mean, it's not. I'm not piling on here, but when I get past Matt Ryan at 31, I go -1, 2, 4, 4, 8, 6, 3. I mean, that's not going to get it done, right? I don't. Last I heard, most of those scores we give more points for field goals on, right?
Yes.
And he gets a 3 out of the field goal, so it's going to be a long year, brother.
Yeah, bring that. All right, let's go to our final matchup: Sago versus Kells. Scott stepped up, 180 this time. Kells 129. Russell Wilson does it again for Scott. 56. Alvin Kamara. Yeah. It's a good game overall for Scott.
Yeah, I got to root for Scott every week because we have a very similar team, except for my running backs are sort of better. I don't know.
You have
Amari Cooper.
You have Carson?
No, hell no, I don't have Carson Wentz. I got Russell Wilson, Kamara. I mean, we both have Tyreek Hill languishing on the bench over there. Scotty's got a pretty good team here. He's got T.Y. Hilton, too, who's languishing on the bench right in time for the Raiders' Chiefs run he's supposed to go off on, but not looking like a real promising thing there. Yeah, he had a big week. Carson Wentz, I mean, that's real top-heavy right there, but that's how you draw it up. A couple quarterbacks and a running back, just, you're running over 100 points right there. And Amari Cooper coming in nice. He had the Tennessee Titans. I'm not one to give it the Tennessee Titans. Drop the Titans, dude. It's oh God. Kells.
That's some advice right there, Scott.
Dude, how about we finish this up? This isn't a knock on Kells. This could have been anybody, but Le'Veon Bell, dude. I mean, I guess he got paid, right?
He got paid.
He got paid, and maybe that was startling enough to see, for Melvin Gordon to come back today going, oh my God, I could have signed with the Jets. So what a train wreck. That guy. But Le'Veon's a good player.
But Rob, you got to imagine when Sam Darnold come back. You think he'll do better then? Le'Veon Bell?
No, not really. No. If you're waiting on Sam Darnold to be your savior in 2019, no. I mean, Darnold's going to develop, but why? I mean, let's be real. Let's just finish with this. Who the hell expected anybody to sign with the Jets, let alone Le'Veon Bell? I mean, he just obviously all he wanted to do was get the money, and it's hard to fault the guy for that. That's what he's got, but. Dude, you look at him on the sideline, and he looks miserable, man. He's like, oh, this is...
I took a year off for this.
I feel bad for him. And then you got the other guy out there, David Johnson, it looks like that coach, with his high school offense has no concept of how to run the ball out there. So, I mean, he's getting it in a little bit. Man, Kells has got the all-agony team right there. But it does. Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore. Still better than this.
Cooper's doing well, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, you get out of Oakland, your stats will double.
There you go. Any chance to bash on the Raiders?
It's not hard. There's lots of chances every day.
So, congrats, Scott. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. That is our podcast for week 3. And don't forget, pickups tomorrow afternoon. The waiver wires tomorrow afternoon. Good luck, everybody.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Sam.
Thank you.